Last episode, Blake Simpson stated, and I'm quoting directly, "I'm definitely going to actually try Claude now." Blake, did you try it? We're going to find out in approximately 90 seconds, but first, I have more to say about ChatGPT and Claude. A lot more, because it turns out 12 minutes is not enough time to cover what is actually a pretty fascinating topic once you get past the whole which one is better argument that everyone keeps having. The right answer to which one is better is the wrong question. And today we're going to give you the right questions and the answers. You're welcome. I'm Annie Rhodes. This is AI Alchemy with Annie, episode 3. Let's go.
Welcome to the digital lab where the magic begins. Annie and Astro are ready to let you in.
Welcome back, everyone. Blake, David, good to have you both here again.
Happy to be back. I brought snacks this time, so I'm ready for the long haul.
Good thing you're in your home studio. The lab has a no food policy because Astro will absolutely eat your snacks and then knock your equipment off the desk.
That tracks. That sounds like Astro.
Blake, last episode you said you were going to try Claude. Please tell me you actually did it.
I did. I actually did. Okay, so first thing I did was the exact same thing I used ChatGPT for. I pasted in a kind of rough email and said, make this sound professional.
And?
It was good, like genuinely good, maybe even a little better. Hard to say. They're both so good. I mean, it kept more of my voice somehow. Like ChatGPT, sometimes it makes my emails sound like they were, like they were written by a very polished robot. And this one sounded more like me, but more competent.
That's not an accident.
But then, and this is where it got interesting, I asked it something I'd asked ChatGPT before and gotten a, really confident answer that turned out to be wrong. I asked Claude the same thing.
What happened?
Well, it said, and I'm paraphrasing, "Here's what I know about this, but I want to flag that I'm not fully certain on this part. You should verify it." And I just kind of sat there like, wait, it told me that it might be wrong before I found out it was wrong.
Welcome to the oh wow moment, Blake.
Yeah, right? That's a feature I didn't know I needed until I had it.
Yeah, most people don't know they need honesty until they've been burned enough times by the alternative.
And David has been burned many times.
Many, many times.
Okay. Here's the thing that drives me slightly crazy about the ChatGPT versus Claude conversation online. Everyone treats it like it's a sports rivalry or something. I mean, my team versus your team. And that framing is completely useless because these tools were built with genuinely different priorities, and it shows in how they perform.
Yeah, they're both large language models. And at the foundation level, same architecture, same basic approach, but the training decisions, what you optimize for, what you penalize, what you reward, those choices compound. And you end up with two tools that feel meaningfully different in practice, even though they started from similar places.
Okay, I'm going to need that in English.
Think of it like two chefs who both trained at the same culinary school, but one spent the next 10 years cooking for speed, high volume, fast service, consistent results, and the other spent 10 years cooking for judges. Same foundation, very different instincts.
Okay, that actually makes sense.
ChatGPT has been heavily optimized for speed, breadth, and this matters, user satisfaction in the moment. OpenAI used a process called reinforcement learning from human feedback, which means human raters evaluated responses and the model learned from those ratings. And humans tend to rate confident, comprehensive, agreeable answers higher. So human users actually trained it to be that way.
Right. So it learned to be agreeable.
Yep, it learned to be agreeable, which feels great until it confidently tells you something wrong and you have no idea because it delivered it with the same energy as when it was right.
Okay, yes, I have experienced that. That explains why it gave me an answer without flagging it for me. It expected me to know if it was right or wrong.
Yeah, that's part of it. Anthropic, the company that makes Claude, specifically built against that. They have something called constitutional AI, which is a whole thing. But the short version is that Claude was trained to reason through its responses rather than just pattern match to whatever answer a human rater would probably like. It was trained to flag uncertainty, to push back, to engage with the actual problem.
And the practical effect of that is real. I was debugging something, I mentioned this last episode, and Claude didn't just fix the problem, it explained why my approach was creating the problem in the first place. ChatGPT would have given me a patch. Claude gave me an understanding, and those are two very different things.
So for coding, Claude is better? Are we talking like serious coding or just making a game app for my iPhone, or what are we talking about?
Well, both actually, but for different reasons. If you're building a game app for your phone and you've never written a line of code in your life, honestly, either tool will get you started. You describe what you want, it generates something, you paste it in and see what happens. That works fine at the I want to make something fun level because the tasks are self-contained and relatively simple. Where it gets interesting is when things break, and they will break, and you need to figure out why. That's where Claude pulls ahead. The context window thing means it can hold your entire project in its head at once. Look at how all the pieces interact and tell you why the thing 3 files over, let's say, is causing the problem you're seeing right now. ChatGPT looks at what you showed it. Claude looks at the whole picture. And then there's the serious end. Production code, large code bases, architectural decisions. That's where the gap gets significant. I mean, I've had Claude walk me through why my entire approach was wrong before I wasted another 3 days going in circles. ChatGPT would have patched the symptom. These are genuinely different outcomes. The thing is, ChatGPT wasn't designed to be shallow. It was designed to be fast and useful for as many people as possible. When you're building a tool for hundreds of millions of users who mostly want their emails fixed and their questions answered quickly, you optimize for speed and breadth. Smaller context window, faster responses, works great for 90% of what most people need. That's not an accident. That's a product decision that makes complete sense for that mission. Now, Anthropic made a different bet. They said, we want something that actually reasons through the problem. Now, keep in mind that costs more, takes longer, requires a bigger context window, and it's not going to win any speed competitions. But for the 10% of use cases where you actually need the AI to understand the whole picture, like debugging a real code base, analyzing a complex document, working through a decision that has maybe 15 moving parts, that bet pays off.
Okay.
It's like asking why a Formula One car doesn't have a cup holder. It's not an oversight. They just decided what the car was for, and a cup holder doesn't need to be in it.
What's a context window? I don't understand what that is. I've heard it a few times now. What is that?
Working memory. You know, how much it can hold at its head at one time.
Oh, okay. That actually is a huge deal then, isn't it?
For anything non-trivial, yes.
But, and this is important, ChatGPT genuinely wins in some areas, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. If you want to generate an image without leaving the chat, ChatGPT has DALL-E built in. Claude doesn't generate images, full stop. If you want the AI to actually run code, not write it, but run it, ChatGPT's advanced data analysis mode executes Python in a sandbox. You can upload a spreadsheet, ask questions, get actual computed results and charts. That's a real capacity Claude doesn't match in the same way.
Wait, so for data stuff, ChatGPT wins?
Well, for non-coders who need actual data computation done in the chat without writing code themselves, yes, currently. ChatGPT is also faster. Not always, dramatically, but consistently. And it has persistent memory. It can remember things about you across your conversations. Claude's memory in the base product is more limited.
Yeah, the honest summary is ChatGPT is great, get stuff done fast tool with a strong ecosystem and real image and data capabilities. Claude is the better thinking partner, deeper reasoning, more reliable on complex instructions, more honest about what it doesn't know. I mean, I came in planning to find more things wrong with both of them. And I did. I found some, but I also found myself actually recommending them. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, different tools, not the same tool, with one being better than the other.
I feel like I should have known this earlier. I mean, but in all honesty, for what I use it for, I'm not really sure that it matters that much. Does it?
And maybe for your use case, it doesn't matter all that much. Most people don't know the differences, and really most people don't need the differences, at least not right away. But back to the one tool is better than the other argument, don't feel bad. That's why we're here. Okay, I want to talk about something that I think every single person who has used either one of these tools has experienced and been mildly annoyed by. You ask a simple question, you get 4 paragraphs.
Oh, dude, yes. I asked ChatGPT what time zone I should use for a meeting once, and it gave me this whole essay about international business communication.
Yeah, I asked for a one-line code comment and got an entire dissertation.
Yeah, it happens with both of them. And there's a reason. Remember how I said ChatGPT was trained with human raters who scored responses? Well, those same human raters tend to score longer, more thorough seeming answers higher. So both models, Claude and ChatGPT, learned that more words probably means more quality, which is not always true.
So it's not trying to be annoying, it's trying to impress me. Is that right?
Essentially, it learned that thoroughness equals approval, and now it applies that whether you needed thoroughness or not.
The fix is embarrassingly simple, though.
It's so simple. You just tell it what you want. Answer in 1 paragraph. Give me the short version first. Bullet points only. Skip the intro. Don't explain your reasoning unless I ask. Answer as if I already know the basics.
I can just say that?
Yeah, you can just say that. It will do it. You are allowed to tell the AI how you want to be answered. Most people don't know this and just sit there drowning in paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs that they didn't need. And I'll be honest, I've been on the wrong end of that myself. I gave Claude a task once, and he came back with something that clearly wasn't what I said, which in hindsight meant that I hadn't prompted it well enough. So I came back, redirected it, and it said something like, let me rethink my response to this, which is great, but you have to know what you're putting in to know what you need to get out.
No way. I don't believe that even you have to do that.
Especially me. Nobody is exempt.
You can also set this once in a system prompt or custom instructions so you don't have to repeat it every time. Tell it your preferences up front. It will apply them.
Whoa, this is going to change my life. I mean that genuinely.
The bigger point here, and this is true of everything we're talking about today, is that the AI responds to how you talk to it. Prompting is a skill, and most people are using 10% of what these tools can do because they just don't know that they can be more specific about what they want. You're not stuck with the default behavior. You can shape it.
Hey, there he is.
Astro agrees.
I was wondering if we were going to hear from him today. Does Astro ever disagree?
Astro once knocked a whole session off my desk. I'm sure it was because I used Comic Sans in the document. So yeah, he has standards. All right, I want to get serious for a second. Not serious like boring, serious like this actually matters and I need you to hear it.
Uh-oh.
Not uh-oh, just important. Here's the thing about both of these tools that no one in their marketing department is ever going to say out loud. They're only as useful as the person using them. And that statement has teeth.
Here we go. You're talking about the copy-paste problem.
I am. The copy-paste problem, which is you ask the AI to write something, it writes something, you paste it somewhere and you walk away, and I get it. That's the promise, right? The marketing says AI will do it for you. But here's what the marketing doesn't say. AI will do a version of it with confidence, and some percentage of that version will be wrong. And you will not know which percentage unless you read it and know enough about the topic to catch it.
Okay, but if I'm asking it to write something because I don't know how to write it, How do I know if it's wrong?
That's exactly the right question. And the honest answer is you might not, which is why using AI to avoid learning something is the worst possible use of it.
Think about what these tools actually are. They're pattern matching engines trained on enormous amounts of text. They are genuinely impressive at producing fluent, plausible sounding output, but fluent and plausible is not the same as correct. And the model can't tell the difference between a right answer and a very confident wrong one. It just generates the most likely next token based on patterns. It doesn't know what it knows.
Oh man, that's kind of a terrifying thing to say about something I use every day. I mean, how do I know if it's giving me good info or not?
It shouldn't be terrifying. It should be clarifying. Think of it this way. A calculator doesn't know what the right answer is either. It just does the operation you gave it. If you gave it the wrong operation, you get a wrong answer. Confidently computed. AI is the exact same deal. It's just at a higher level of sophistication.
Yeah, the people getting the most out of these tools are not the people who know the least. They're the people who know enough to evaluate the output. A developer who pastes AI code without reading it ships bugs they don't understand and can't fix. A writer who pastes AI copy without reading it publishes something that's totally off for their brand. A business owner who acts on AI advice without cross-checking it might be acting on a hallucination delivered with complete confidence.
Okay, so what's the right way to use it?
It's simple. Read your output every time, all of it. And if you're writing or researching something you genuinely know nothing about, learn the basics first. Not because the AI is going to maliciously mislead you or anything. It's not. But because it literally cannot tell the difference between when it's right and when it's wrong. And neither can you if you're starting from zero.
Yeah, I like to think of it this way. AI raises the floor. It will get you to competent faster than you could get there alone. But competent isn't always good enough. And only a human who understands the subject can push past competent to actually good. The ceiling requires a person, an actual human being.
Yeah. And that's not a criticism of the tools at all. I mean, I love these tools. I truly love them. I use them every single day, but I use them as a collaborator, not as a replacement for knowing things. The second you stop being a critical reader of your own AI output is the second it stops working for you. And literally it puts you at risk, man.
Yeah, all right. I need to be honest here. I have definitely just copy pasted things. I need to start actually reading what I'm pasting.
We all have. I mean, the goal isn't to feel bad about it. The goal is to not do it anymore, right?
Yeah, the tools are good. I mean, really good. Use them, but stay in the driver's seat. And to just lay it on the table here, these are legitimately useful tools when used correctly. That is not a low bar. I have seen a lot of things that weren't, believe me. And don't tell anyone I said that, okay? Oh, how cute.
Oh, hold on a sec. Astro would like to add something. Astro, what do you think of that, buddy? He agrees with you, David.
Yeah, huh.
Always stay in the driver's seat. Okay, bottom line, decision framework. Use ChatGPT when you need to generate or edit an image without switching tools. You need to run actual data analysis on a spreadsheet without writing code. You want something fast, and you're doing something fairly straightforward. You're already deep in the OpenAI ecosystem, and switching costs aren't worth it for what you're doing. Use Claude when you're working through something complex and you need an AI that will actually engage with the nuance rather than just pattern match to an answer. You're debugging or analyzing something that requires holding a lot of context at once. You want honesty about uncertainty more than you want fluency. You're doing anything where following complex multi-part instructions without dropping the thread matters.
And for both, tell it how you want to be answered. Read your output, know your subject well enough to catch the errors, and keep the human in the loop.
I feel like I've been using a hammer for everything when sometimes I needed a screwdriver.
Actually, I really like that metaphor, Blake. The full lab report on both tools with the scorecards, the full breakdown, all 4 test scores is at artemisandtim.com. Link is in the show notes. And if you want the deep dive on actual AI workflows, the kind of thing that actually saves you time and makes these tools work the way the marketing pretends they already do, Annie's Lab Notes Volume 1 is coming. Waitlist is open, also in the show notes. Blake, David, thank you for coming back. Blake, I am so proud of you for doing your homework.
Yeah, I read the output and I learned something. I'm basically a power user now. Hurrah!
I don't know that I would say you're absolutely a power user yet, but you're trending in the right direction, for sure.
You know, I'm really curious about David's use of these tools. David, I know you are way more techie guy than I am, so your thoughts on this seems like a big deal to me.
Yeah, I test products for a living. Half my job is finding the gap between what something claims to do and what it actually does. Claude is very good at helping me find that gap because it doesn't just agree with the marketing copy. It pokes holes in it, actually. When I'm working through whether a product's claims actually hold up, I need something that, it kind of reasons with me. It's not something that just validates whatever I already think. ChatGPT, on the other hand, is also very good at helping me pull together competitive research fast, process a mountain of spec data, and get quick comparisons across multiple products. Because I don't need philosophical depth from a comparison chart. I need the numbers, and I need them before my deadline. Both are really useful. Both are completely earning their place. I still reserve the right to complain about them, though. Yeah.
I'll take it. If this episode was useful, share it. Seriously, there are a lot of people having the which AI is better argument who need to hear that it's the wrong argument. Send it to them. Find us at artemisandtim.com. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and stay curious. There's a lot more coming out of this lab. I'm Annie Rhodes. Astro is asleep, and we will see you next time. Bye.